Good morning.
Good morning from Florida, Tampa.
Good morning, Nikki. Great to have you. Hi, Craig.
Hey, Craig. Hey, Jesse.
Good morning. How is Charles doing?
He's wonderful. I just dropped him off at the soccer. He's going to, thank you, Craig, for asking. So yeah, they're going to do the practice now, the training for the game today, this morning. Yeah. So it's pretty exciting.
Did they have one
Yeah,
already? Or is it...
No, it's 8:00 here, the same time. So his game is in another 2 hours, but they have to prep. They have to be there, practice. Follow what the coach wants to speak to them, and strategize and all that jazz, and get them all ready. Yeah, so it's very exciting.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah. Is that Jesse or Craig speaking now? Was that Jesse? Was that you?
Yeah, that's just me.
Oh,
I'm traveling this morning, so.
Oh, yeah. It's just like you sounded almost like Craig. Yeah. So you're traveling? You're on the road? Did you say you're on the road? Can you hear me? I have my other earpods on. I don't know if I should change them. You hear me? Hello?
I'm here. Bear with me. I'm just going through a bad spot. So.
Oh. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah.
All right. You might be able to get me now.
Yeah, no, I hear you perfectly.
Okay.
I'm going to go change my earpods because I don't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm here, but I'm just changing them.
Wonderful. All right. Well, how's everyone doing? I'm doing well. I'm headed down. I've got an appointment down in LA, just a final one to check up on my eyes for the surgery that I had.
Oh, what kind of surgery?
I got LASIK. So.
Oh wow! Eyes. Oh wow! Wow!
Yeah.
How's that working out for you, Jesse?
Fun. Oh, I love it. Love it.
Awesome.
So, yep.
Oh, that's so cool. Isn't it just cool? That's cool.
Yeah, don't have to wear glasses. And,
oh my God, that's so cool.
Still have the old habits of like, I got to take them off
I know,
before I go
right?
to bed. Put them back. Yeah. Where are they in the morning?
Right. Oh my.
All right. I got a few more showing up. I got to pay attention to my phone while I'm driving too.
Or you heading back into LA today?
Nettie.
Hey, Pascal.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Hey,
how
morning.
are you? Good morning.
Yes, good day. Good morning. Good evening.
Good morning, Annette.
Hey, morning, Annette.
All right.
Yeah. Good morning.
Nettie H in the house.
Yeah, NH in the house. I like that. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so it just kind of worked out that after my appointment, I'm meeting with my attorney down here in Orange County, and then another guy I've known for a while, and we're gonna talk about how we're gonna reduce wildfire greenhouse gas.
Wow!
Oh, good!
Wow! Awesome!
Yeah, by about 90%.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah. So it's amazing. Yeah.
It's
just keep
so
keep
good.
popping up when we stay in the tension of our creations.
Oh, isn't that?
Yeah, totally.
Let's go,
Not
Jesse.
right away. Not right
Not
away.
right away.
Not at first.
But nothing. It's that waiting period also, you know. It's so much sweeter when it does arrive. It arrive at the right time.
I'm still trying to pull it apart to see how it can't work, and I haven't been successful yet.
It's okay. Yeah. Hmm.
So with that, I'm
You
gonna.
haven't been successful pulling it apart.
That's right. I haven't been successful in figuring out how it won't work.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that an awesome confirmation, hey?
Those are the good ones.
Yeah, no kidding. That's hot.
I do have to say, whoever put the greenhouse gas program together was genius. Genius, completely. It was an ultimate genius how they structured it. And yes, it opened loopholes for corruption, but manageable corruption. Like, corruption's early, but now that we launched this, if this goes the way that it looks like it's going to go, it'll wipe out any corruption that was ever designed.
Yeah.
Inside of it. So even though it's an early program, it's just ridiculous what people are claiming. So that's what I mean by fraudulent.
Sounds to me like it's a successful transitional structure.
It is a clean carbon transition.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's progress. That's one of the things I've been missing. And that came out, remember a few weeks ago when transitional kind of came to the top of the heap? Is that the thing is you can, okay, if we follow Chris's work, basically what we do is we create a brand new structure that's completely creation oriented. That ends up replacing the old.
That's right.
But
momentum.
There's a third kind of structure, and it's a transitional one. It's got it retains some elements of old structure, but it also has a whole bunch of elements of creative structure. And it's kind of a temporary, we can't make one leap in order to transition. So we have a transitional structure that's temporary.
That's right.
To bridge us to the creative one.
Oh man, that's good. Thanks. Accept that, and you can think of it as if all your structures were going one direction from your old self, think of it as a merry-go-round, and you start picking off ones that you're going to start turning the other way or letting go of. That's what we find so difficult.
Right. Well, it's really difficult to take the leap, right? From one to the other, because we're so ingrained in the old structure, and we don't know that that's what the issue is, right?
Everyone on this call has and is experiencing it, so I understand.
Right. You know, and it's also pretty compassionate too.
So progress is my word for this morning.
Yay. Oh, that's good. I'm doing a head shoulder as I speak now. I'm upside down.
Yes.
And
It's good.
it's
Is
pretty.
is that your bat pose or something?
What's that, Craig?
Is that your bat pose?
Yeah, cool. Yes.
You know, they sleep hanging by their feet,
Yeah,
right?
right. It's pretty cool. They're quite interesting, aren't they? They're quite interesting. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Look at you
But-
learning a whole new balance and talking upside
Yeah.
down.
Exactly, right? Yeah. So
It's got to be a different perspective too.
totally.
It's a lot of blood in the brain.
Yeah, a lot of oxygen happening right now,
Yeah.
for sure. I would show you on camera, but I don't have much going with the outfit that I'm wearing, so I don't think it's appropriate. So I'm just gonna keep myself off camera as I am. But I thought of my word for today, and I just love Jesse's word for the day, progress. But I really thought, so the word for my day is faithfulness, like being faithful, and they're not seeing, but believing. And faithfulness. And if I can just, that's my word for the day, faithfulness. Keep my faith. Yeah. So that's my word for the day. Faithfulness.
Thank you. Great
Thank-
words. I
And
connected with my progress. Thank you.
yeah, right. It's so good, and it feels like, progress. But I just wanted to say thanks to Jesse, because I got I got a replay, and I did Pascal's meditation this morning, and it's so lovely to repeat on things, repetition, and it was really a whole nother experience again. So this is what experience from moment to moment, faith to faith, progress to progress. I just love it. So thank you for the space. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you for giving.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to give.
Yeah, I just made a connection between the two as well just now. It's something Jesse said a minute ago about the things that you're creating don't always appear immediately. So there's some faithfulness that's in there, that once you initiate a creation, that it will come through. In its time.
Does that wrap into a word yet?
Yeah, there's one coming. I'm still in a deep delta space.
Don't have to rush it. Don't have to have one. Happy Will. Right.
Oh, no kidding.
See if I can get him in. All right, I will welcome. So Nikki and I have provided a word. Nikki's this morning was faithful in our progress was my word.
Yeah.
Progress.
Yeah.
So faithful in our progress. And
Yes.
Craig was connecting into creation. So it's like, how are we faithful in our creation
Yes.
of progressing?
Yes. Morning, Will.
Morning, guys.
Good to
Morning.
hear your
Morning, Pascal.
voice.
Morning, Nikki. Is that Craig's phone in his pocket?
What's that?
Oh, I just heard a lot of like shuffling around or something.
Shouldn't be me.
Oh, okay.
I'm walking and my mic is on, but I'm holding my phone in my hand, so it's not.
Okay. Sorry, it was a total guess. Sorry.
That's okay.
Being a downer here.
That's okay. Want to hear your bounce today, Will?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'm listening.
Who's
Welcome,
is
Will.
it?
There's plenty of people yet to deliver their word, so there's no pressure that you need to come in and perform.
Okay.
No, it's
So,
just an invitation. It's open.
I'll take that invitation then.
Yes.
Right, go for it.
Yeah, for me it's heart. Follow my heart. And it seems right now like I know how to be in a good structure, like I know all that stuff, but like I'm still not 100% certain of what I really want. So I'm in that don't know phase. So I was thinking this morning I'll be just following my heart and see what comes up.
Perfect.
Perfect spot to be, Pascal.
Yep, totally.
Yeah, and I'm totally fine where I'm at.
Wow, thank you, Pascal. You just gave me my word.
Inspiration.
Yes, totally. The word is liminal space. I'll spell that for you. Liminal. It's a way of explaining the I don't know space, and the liminal space is a space where the supernat or the super conscious is creating in. It's kind of like the womb, WOMB, of your creation. Sometimes that takes 9 months. Sometimes it takes 30 seconds. Sometimes it takes 20 years.
And I'll tell you, like 9 months went by very quickly.
Well, yeah, isn't that the truth? The interesting thing for you, Pascal, is that 9 months was your liminal space as well. It's your creation space as well for that new baby. And even though you weren't carrying it, you were very proactive in its development. You were involved, you were engaged. Maybe not on a conscious level, but you definitely were engaged. and still are. And you've been monitoring progress. I'm sure you had an ultrasound.
Yeah, I assist one of them. I think she had like 3, I think.
Yeah,
But yeah.
exactly.
And that was
my
like
first
magic. That was
Yeah,
magic.
exactly. My first daughter, the picture we got of her in utero in the ultrasound, she's actually sucking her thumb.
Mm,
Is that ever special?
yeah.
Because when she was born, she sucked her thumb.
Mine was doing a headstand.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Maybe he's gonna be a gymnast.
Well, definitely going to be genius
Genius, yeah.
and gifted and great. Already is.
Pure.
Yeah, you're so lucky that you consciously know that before this child is born.
And then I'm willing to learn.
Totally. That child has a lot to teach you.
Oh yeah.
More than you could ever imagine.
That's why they say when you have children, not that people decide not to have children, that's their decision, but people that do have children, actually they say that it's self-discovering about who you are
Oh,
to
totally.
them. And it's so interesting because I get to witness that every single day with Charles. Yeah. And it's really it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So you're playing on our words that I was listening for. What's the difference between learning and experience? And just notice the charge for yourself, if there is one. And what that means is when you say learning, what does that feel like? Is it something you want to go right into? Or it's like learning, it's like, that feels like hard work to me. Oh, and there can be just like excitement and joy. It's like, learning. And what I noticed is like, well, learning and experience, I don't know how they're different. Just my ponder for the moment as others introduce their words.
I think that's why I've been exploring experiential learning for over 30 years. Is because real learning can't really happen without experience. And if your experience in learning is reading and memorizing a whole lot of stuff, it's kind of empty. But if your learning comes from engaging with what you're experiencing and from different perspectives and from observing and curiosity, it's a totally different experience.
Exactly. I could say like how I think that is like my daughter experienced walking on water, but didn't learn how.
Right. Does she need to know how?
Not at all. What I was sharing with it is like we both had an experience together that we shared through that by just being in it. And for me, it's just a wonderful memory of when that she helps me remember to look at things upside down and engineer it underwater.
Oh, bingo. Yeah. Yeah. And it was a different experience for her than it was for you, correct?
Without a doubt. I laughed a lot more and she wore out.
Yeah.
But eventually she got it, and it was not in the way that we all thought it would happen. But we could say, yeah, that's walking on water.
Yeah. But you shared in the experience.
That's right.
Even though your experiences were different.
That's right. And I love to use that example because we can all relate to someone else that walked on water and no one else can do that. So.
Right. And you also have a shared memory.
Yeah.
And a shared creation. That's still being created because you're talking about it now.
Still being given energy moment.
Yeah. 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 You're still drawing value from it.
All right. I'd love to hear from others.
And silence.
I mean, I'm fine. Craig and I'm cool having a conversation.
I
with
have
Craig.
something to share. I can share. I can share this because this is for me right here. I'm learning as I'm being in my silence, listening. And I think when you can listen and know, then you can do better in the sense of experiencing what this. So I think learning and experience it's fascinating, isn't it? I mean, it is something to really ponder on, and it's just I feel when I gather every morning, I'm always learning something, but then I get to also experience it because I put it into practice. And no matter how the outcome, I can look within and say, oh, I want to choose something that I get to know what I'm really learning. And I think that's the learnings.
Thank you for helping me separate them. I can use that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for letting us think.
Yeah. You mentioned practice. Nikki.
Yes.
So you said putting into practice.
Yes.
What about practicing learning, like practice learning?
But that is what I'm saying. That's what I said.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
I was understanding the first one as being an application of some kind.
Are you in Florida, Nikki?
Yes, I'm in Florida, Will.
Hey, awesome.
Hey.
We're on the same continent.
Yes, we are. It's very beautiful here.
Yeah.
Beautiful weather. And yeah, it's beautiful. I went yesterday, I took my son to a Greek restaurant. We came early, we arrived nice and early. And the team only arrived much later in the evening, but they were stuck in traffic. And yeah, it wasn't nice. You know, the flight got delayed for them. And they wanted to know if they couldn't have dinner with us. I said, no, we've eaten, thanks. We've like eaten. And so yeah, so I got to drop him off early this morning, and he's doing with his team now. And yeah, he's gonna play a game soon. And yeah.
Oh, nice.
But people are very friendly. Yeah, I love Florida. You know, just by going to having a nice waitress. She's a waitress because it also was my birthday on the 3rd of February. So I've extended my birthday to celebrate with a couple of friends of mine. So Super Bowl is the last game. That will be Sunday.
Yeah.
And so I rented out a beautiful house here in Tampa. And I'm going to, there's a big, nice TV, and I got a nice grill at the back. And so I'm going to invite a few friends of mine. And yeah, we're going to have a little party. The last day of, being here.
It sounds like a blast.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's quite cool. And I get to cook, you know, like that's what I love. I love to entertain. As you well know, like I like good food. So I got like nice avocados that I'm grilling on the grill. My specialty, and I got some nice shrimp because they're known for their their shrimp here in Florida. And I got a couple of other things I'm gonna put on the grill: vegetables, sweet potatoes, salad. You know, the normal quinoa pie. You know, we've got to have some sweetness.
Make me hungry.
Yeah, lemon meringue. And I made homemade coconut ice cream on an apple pie.
Oh my!
And that is like, and I made my caramel sauce to go with that.
Oh wow!
So it's gonna be very sweet, but it's gonna just it's gonna hit the spot. You can imagine that. I won't let you. I won't go any further. Yeah.
Man, sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be real fun. It's very exciting, you know.
Do you guys own that house down there, Nikki?
No, I rented.
Oh, awesome! Yeah. So you're down there for a couple of weeks?
Well, I'm only here till the 14th. I put it, till the 14th, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, awesome.
And then we'll be coming home. Yeah. You know, he's 14 years old, you know, and when Hannah mentioned in Germany, they come a stage when they can graduate at 14, and if they pass their high school, they can literally, graduate, and then at 14 they leave the home in Germany. This is what she mentioned, and I was like, wow, 14! I can't imagine Charles leaving 14. Like that would be just devastating for me, you know. I mean, I know he has to fly, and he's going to fly, but leaving the home, but at 14. oh my goodness, you know. So it's funny how different cultures, how some children leave the house at 14, some leave the house at 16, 19, 21, you know, it just depends, you know. Yeah. But at 14, he's grown, you know, he's very, but he's still to me, he's still a child, you know. Even if he thinks he knows everything. And you can't really tell him anything either. So I'm glad I don't take it personally, because it's quite something. Yeah. But it's a nice age.
Mhm. Yeah, 14 was a good year.
It is, right? It's quite, yeah.
It was pretty pivotal for me.
Really quick. Tell me why.
Well, there's something about 7-year cycles, and that keeps showing up in a lot of things. It shows up. It shows up in stages of development, and yeah, there's been, you know, as I've gone back through my life, when I was 7 years old, what happened? Don't remember exactly what happened, but when I turned 14 was when I first got into publishing. It was that year, and I've been involved with publishing ever since. So and communication. So it's very interesting how, you know, I can actually map my life back to a second 7-year cycle and having a major pivot right there. You know, and there was another one when I turned 21. So it's interesting that's the international age for adulthood, passage into adulthood as well.
So I am going to offer my word. Good morning, everyone.
Awesome.
My word for today actually is a short little phrase. See it and feel it. And we can take that in any direction, positive or not. But for me, this past week, actually the past 2 weeks, we've been in my studies into a very, very heavy subject right now. And I've had to become a scientist within days and make math calculations that I haven't made since algebra in high school. So that's many decades ago. And learn the periodic table and all that kind of stuff. So it has to do with water and the importance of water, and it's just in wastewater and stuff like that too. So it's, for me, was very overwhelming. And I took the learnings from the last 2 years, and because there is a saying, be it to see it. But for me, I took it, see it, and feel it. I saw the end result because I knew I had tests coming up, and last night I had an exam, and I removed all negative instruction to do with the outcome, and I saw my end result and I felt it. And I got through these 2 weeks. We had 2 tests and we had 1 exam yesterday, and I got through it. I got my exam marked back a few minutes ago, and I blew it out of the water. I literally did so fantastic, beyond what I expected I would do.
Yay!
I got a 94
Wow.
on a subject that
Oh,
I was
wow.
absolutely terrified on. But like I said, I didn't let that negative instruction affect me.
Oh,
I focused on what I can do, what I can learn. So yesterday I was driving
woo.
to Guelph. It's a 2-hour drive. And yes, I had the exam, but the drive there, the drive home, I just focused on what did I learn this week? What did I learn last week? And I went through each lesson. And I even went through some of the stuff backwards just to make sure that I understood it, and just did it from that. And I pictured it. I pictured the end result. I pictured the water. I pictured doing all this stuff, all the mineral content and adding stuff, alkalinity and pH and residual alkalinity, all that kind of stuff. And somebody like Jesse, who's an engineer, it's probably just a drop in the bucket. Hey, that's easy because that might come more naturally to him. But for me, it was a challenge. And I said I got my results back a few minutes ago, and I was pretty pleased. So that was see it and feel it. I felt the end result of how I was going to finish this week. And I did it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So the moral of the story for me is remove negative instructions, because you can't see it then, and you can never feel it then. So that's it for me.
Awesome, Annette.
You realize you did an Einstein, right?
An Einstein? I have no idea what an Einstein.
Einstein was the one that that discovered the theory of relativity and the E equals mc squared. But he felt it first. He felt that equation first before he ever wrote it.
Well, one of the questions I asked, or that was asked at the beginning of last week, one of the students said, okay, I see these math equations and it's ABCs and triangles. What is a triangle? And the response was, it's delta. And I wrote in the chat, oh, what's delta? Like, that's just where I started from.
Exactly.
So, but yes, we were given we didn't have to memorize any of the equations. We were provided them, which helped. But still, it's even when you feel that there's no hope, there is. It's just how you perceive the instructions. So it's an Einstein. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
So, Will, do you have a word now?
Yeah, it's listen.
Okay. Did you say it before? Because as I said in the chat, I'm away doing other things. I'm just listening and I'm doing other things. But I didn't know if you had said your word. Sorry if you did. Okay.
Oh, no, I didn't know. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I realized I got to listen more. So, and generally when I think of listen, what comes after that is breathe and trust and allow. It's kind of a sequence in my brain, and I guess I kind of conditioned myself that way. But yeah, if I start off with listen, then it's kind of natural to, oh yeah, breathe. Well, that's better. Okay. And then trust what is. Just that it'll all be okay and things will work out. Now just allow what is to be.
Can you listen with your bounce, Will?
My inner voice is like, oh, here we go with the bounce.
Yeah. You heard that question with your bounce. because you laughed right away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Find that interesting, Will, because it's so true about listening. Because as you listen, you're learning. But what I've also noticed that when you do share, you get to experience what you have learned. You know what I mean? So this is the balance of listening and then talking. And I think that's, to me, that's what it is, because you're so feverish to share, because when you're in a group that you think that, oh, this is wonderful, now you can share what you've learned, or what you're feeling. Because basically it's all about experiences. This is what it is, and just to start somewhere is how just to start, like, just give an example. I've done a shoulder stand now right through this. I'm speaking as I'm still on my head.
No
And
way.
oh yeah, absolutely. I'm talking as I'm speaking. So that is something where it's interesting, because I didn't start like this, but now I can. So it's interesting to, like, when Annette says that, it's wonderful. It's progress. It's like boom.
Multitasking at its best, eh?
Well, we women can do that. I don't know about
Yeah,
you guys, but
us
we
guys.
women can do that. Let's just face it, okay?
It hurts to just visualize that, Nikki.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
But it is intriguing.
It is, right?
Oh, man. I just realized that part of the feeling of my end result, it's fun.
There you go.
Wow. Yeah. I've been kind of missing that component.
Yep. The bounce is listening.
Yeah.
The bounce is listening.
Yay. And I woke up in zero resistance today. That's kind of nice for a change.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's
Like,
a great,
woo!
oh, woohoo.
Like, what a nice way to start the day.
Yeah, right? Isn't it? Like, feeling good is such a good feeling. Just to be in that place, in that headspace that you just feel good. You can start the day, feeling good.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? That's a real breakthrough. I'm happy for you, Will.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of, oh, thank you, Nikki.
I know you're thankful.
Kind of reminds me of Chris's, one of his audios there, where he's like, feel it, like just really, really feel what it feels like, experiencing that end result. And like, that's really what we're aiming for every day. Just like sit in it, be in it, and you're having it right now. You don't need to wait for some future date decades down the road or whatever.
That's what Pascal says in the meditation. You don't have to be anywhere. You can be just here. You don't have to be anywhere. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to have, anyone really being around you. You can go wherever you want to go.
Yeah. Like even like Abraham Hicks has said, it's like you're creating a world right here, right now. You're creating it.
Yeah.
It starts by creating it within. And then over time, the without will mirror that inner creation. Oh yeah, The bounce is starting up there, Craig. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for receiving that, Will.
Yeah. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, we forget sometimes, get caught up in things. Kind of almost like we take 2 steps backwards sometimes.
Progress.
Yeah.
So I'm reminded our biology as children is when we begin to talk, we start to express how we feel on the inside. And we're learning. It's a skill. It's like trying to put the words to what's happening on the inside. And what we do is when we do that, then we can test it, right? Well, imagine what structures around the kids do as they start to express themselves. And that is why we don't speak out loud what we're feeling. And why it's so natural and works so well when we do. It is our tuning tool.
Are you saying the speaking out loud of the inner experience is the tuning tool?
Anything out loud is what we're testing against the inside when we're aware of it.
Okay.
Looking for feedback.
There, good word, feedback. And the feedback when Craig asked you about your balance was all about resistance.
Oh.
You didn't want it. Didn't want to hear anything about it.
Yeah.
F you, I'm in my mood. I'm going to stay here. Cool.
Enjoy.
Yeah, have fun there. It's an experience. One that you can choose.
One that
That's
you
where
can
our
create.
patterns came from. Yeah. That's where our patterns came from of why we don't speak, and then why we're always careful for what we speak, why we don't express. And really what that's saying is that we're not allowing ourselves to experience.
Or not allowing ourselves to feel either.
Certain structures, right, would have encouraged that more than others. So there's so much happening, we can't just pull it out and say, oh, there's one thing that did it. No. No, that's part of what Nikki was speaking to. Part around like we take it in, we listen, and then we repeat it back. Is that my true? Is that true for me? And then it's readjustment. That's like, why judge or blame or criticize other people for that?
It's kind of a waste of energy. Not kind of.
That's right, wasted energy. So if it's wasted on that. That means it's not going into what?
Creation.
You want, right? What you would like to have. So much like Annette spoke about her structure, she was shaping her structure, seeing the end result, what she wanted, knowing that she had to go through these things that she doesn't like, the old histories, the old references, the old, to tests in school and all of that. And she didn't allow that to consume her energy. She let it go. I think we learn more when we have fun, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course we do.
Yeah, we make a game out of it.
And especially when we can relax in it.
Yeah, isn't that kind of like we're all kind of like children in adults' bodies, and life is a game, and we're playing, and we're learning how to play as adults now.
Yeah.
It's just a different game is all compared to when we were children. The adult game. But we're still like there's still like responsibilities, obviously, but we could still have that childlike innocence to like create within and play the game of life from that space.
It's easy to forget that it's a game, though.
Yeah. And yeah, you know, some things need to be taken very seriously, and you know, as an adult, that's what needs to be done in the moment, but you can still have that fun experience of life on the inside and view things lightly. That's my reminder for myself. I'm just tapping into that wisdom that my doggone unconscious and self-conscious doesn't always have access to.
So did Annette's 94 come from being serious or from having fun?
Having fun.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah,
But I
so it
also
was
think,
from,
yeah,
sorry, I was going to say it was coming from having fun and relaxing.
work. Yeah,
Yes,
that's it.
yes,
There's
exactly.
it. There's
There
it.
we go.
There's it. There's it. That's
FOR.
exactly it. Yeah, exactly. I felt that. Yeah. So rewarding, huh? Wow.
Yep, that's the liminal space, people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
That's progress.
This is so nice to be here with you guys.
Yes.
Took a little break, and not that I wanted to take a break. I just started sleeping in a little more till 7 and was missing these morning sessions. And man, things felt like things spiraled pretty quickly in some ways. But here we are, back here.
Yeah, I think it's also
good.
rest. It's rest. You know, sometimes you don't need to always always be showing up. You know, sometimes you got to show up for yourself. You got to rest. You know, sometimes you got to have a break, and that is no need to justify. When you got people that really support you and love you, that's when you know you can come and go when you please. There's no obligation. You know, no one's forced here. And I think that's what's so wonderful, you know, and it's not about, this one or that one. It's just about where you are and where you want to be. And now you've just decided and chose for this, and it's wonderful. And we get to, you know, share with each other. And that's basically what it is, you know. And your voice and your word of the day and all that, it's just, it echoes right through, you know, all of us. But like it or not, we're all connected. You don't need to be liking each other. We're all connected, and it's you know, that's what makes it so nice. That's what makes the experience so enjoyable, and the learnings.
I just love coming together and creating synergy. That really gets my mojo going.
Yeah.
The magical today. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope to one day be calling into these morning sessions, touring a part of the world, maybe New Zealand, and hopping, like being in an RV or something on the beach, and checking in with you guys and saying hi. And yeah, it's kind of, that just kind of came to me like, oh, like a future memory almost, you know?
If you want somebody to travel with, give me a call.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I know
totally
you
serious.
are. That's why I'm laughing, because Craig's ready to go on the train. Eh?
He's like, let's
just
go.
Like,
Yeah, I'm gone.
He's on already on that journey. He's like, come on, let's go. His bag's packed already.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
He is. He's ready. I'm not joking. That's why I'm laughing. I know this to be true. Mm. But
So
what is fun is that we are in different countries. We are in different places. So you are doing it already, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't have to be in another
Energetically.
place. Basically we are in different neighborhoods, countries, and cities, and we're doing it right now.
Mm.
It's not in the future. It's actually now. I'm in your city at the moment, Will. Right? You're in Florida, right? You live in Florida?
I'm in Canada, actually.
Oh my
you
God.
guys are at opposite ends of the continent.
Oh gee, whiskers. What are you talking about? You're in Canada? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
BC, West Coast.
Are you Canadian?
Yeah, you didn't know?
Oh, well, that explains what a sweet
I
human
know.
being you
Oh,
are.
geez.
You
We
are
better
the
close him out
sweetest.
now.
No.
Oh, I can
come
taste
on.
the syrup right now.
Yo, no, this is sweet. Canada. Oh, yeah, now this explains it.
The maple
It
syrup is flowing.
Oh, yeah, yeah, dripping. I love it. Oh my gosh. Fabulous. Okay. Well, that explains it.
And Will, you bring forth one of our limitations that we as humans believe we can't do, which is have that future memory. And it works exactly the same way as you think about a memory that has happened in the past. You imagine, you close your eyes, you imagine that you go on this trip and you just wander through it. Wander through it. What would I love to do? Boom, boom, boom. And you just allow yourself to go through it. And that is as if you experience it. Now, it's not the same thing, but what it is, it's creating what it is that you want.
Oh, yeah.
It's your mental, it's your unconscious is starting to say like, oh, that sounds good. We can do that. I'm not afraid of going on a trip. I'm going to find ways to do it then. That is how we let go of what's in the way of not letting us have it. That is what Annette did. That was the skill that Annette did, was to future pace it out there and said, oh, I'm going past what I'm afraid of. And look, I'm going to be okay.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Magnetic alignment, if you didn't get anything from magnetic alignment, was stop putting yourself at the goal is the end, because you'll never get there. You always got to have something else that's on the other side to pull you through it. Creation 101. Because if we put a goal and say that's the end of it, we're never going to get it, because your unconscious says, well, what happens when I have that? I don't know. We're just going to be there. We're going to have what we want. And then they're like, nope, we won't be safe there. That's new. That's different. And it's like, oh, but it's what I want. Nope, not going to get it. Because you didn't give it anything else to go for after that.
And Jesse, can I ask a question? Like what you're just explaining, like when that's when you also say, who will I become then? Like, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Right?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful question. It's like, yes, then I am that. And it's embodied, ingrained, and it's like, oh, great. Then that's just an experience, nothing to be afraid of. Oh, I can be it. Ah, yes. See, could is the biggest word for a creator. I could be that. As a coach, that's what you're listening for, is get them to say could. Find their coulds. There's nothing more we have to do.
So
And
I
that's, oh, sorry, Annette.
no,
I just wanted,
go ahead, Nikki.
it's about you. What Annette's actually also said that make it now really like clear is when you see it, the could see it, and then feel it. Yeah, because then you're seeing it,
Yes.
you know, and then you get to feel it. It's the same when you act on, and you get to. Oh God, this is good. Thank you.
So what I'd like to add to that is ask the question too, what do I have to give up, or what will I lose to get it? Yeah. Because that is the resistance why we can't feel it. We see it, but we have to face that resistance head on. What am I going to lose, or what do I have to give up to feel it? And sometimes it's something that we thought was a very big deal. And in our minds, we feel that some things we have to totally give up, where we may not have to give it up 100%, but we just experience it in a different way.
That's good. Wow.
And sometimes it's people. That we have to
always people.
Well, what I mean is sometimes we have to refocus our attention.
Sometimes it's a house.
Yeah.
When that house was a creation years ago and it came into reality, and then things change and you realize, I want to create something different. I have to release this house.
Oh boy.
Or not have to, or it's like, that's the next step, is release the house, sell the house, or
I could
rent it out.
I could.
Yeah. I could.
Try
That's
the
an option.
could, and then the could, the obvious action will come from the coulds. Yes.
So what you're doing is
Awesome.
releasing the tension.
Oh,
when
like
you
the
release
attachment.
the tension, what happens? You're pole vaulted forward.
Wow.
Then you can feel it and really feel it.
So it's like release the that energetic attachment to something. You don't necessarily have to like, oh, I got to get rid of this, like push it away. No. Release the attachment, and then the tension automatically resolve inside.
Yeah, because our unconscious wants to draw us back to what we're familiar with, what it tells us it's safe with, what it's been able to cope with. And it is afraid, that part of that personality, that part of the brain is afraid of something new because it's never experienced it. So until you can experience it, really feel it, that's the experience. With the unconscious say, oh, that's not that bad after all. Let's go.
It's like you got to convince that fearful, scared little aspect of yourself that, hey, look, this is going to be great. It's going to be fun. You're going to be safe. It's going to be okay. It's going to be so amazingly awesome. Let's do that.
You can't convince it.
Yeah.
No.
So what you have to do is allow it to see its choice, its resistance, and say, look, what could we do? How else could we see this? each part is locked in on one view, one perspective. And you say, oh, let's look at the other side. Let's look at it upside down. What about if we looked at it this way? And as soon as that part says, oh, I could have it. Yeah. It's not convinced. It's gone. It's like it's part of the experience. And it's like, oh, now I can experience something else. So it is let go of.
Wow. That's
Jesse,
exactly what happened.
Allie's waiting to get in.
Oh, thanks.
What you just said there, Jesse, is exactly what happened in us basically getting this house. Because I didn't believe that it would ever be possible to own our own home years ago. But I started visualizing it. And my wife and me went to look at other places, and we started looking at just like mobile homes just to kind of get my unconscious used to just the idea that it could be possible. And we went up from there, and then eventually things lined up, and it just like situation presented itself, and here we are.
And you might have some attachment to letting that go.
Yeah, because it was a creation.
Actually, it was an end point that didn't have anything afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
So can we
So it's
simplify
just
this?
raw energy waiting to be put into a new one.
Yeah. Wow. Welcome, Ellie.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, Allie.
Hey, Ali.
I didn't have my I had it on mute. I didn't realize. I'm thinking, how can I not hear anything? How are you all? How is everybody?
Awesome.
Better for hearing you.
Oh man, I'm so glad to connect to you guys tonight. I'm so glad. Oh, what a day I've had. Honest to God, it's been crazy. Oh,
Crazy good.
Well, yeah, I had a really good day at work. The lab was really busy. It was a really, really good shift.
What were some of your highlights?
For weeks, and yeah, so I've had to have a conversation with her tonight. So yeah, so I'm so glad to just come on here and just be honest of how I'm feeling and just relax and figure out what we're doing with teenagers. If anyone's got any teenager advice, God.
Just two of them.
Today's been a really good day though.
What was your word for the day?
Trust.
Do that with your teenagers.
Lionette.
Lionette, thank you.
And what can you trust with your teenagers? What can you trust about your teenagers regarding your teenagers?
I just want to be able to trust her, you know, and she's, I give her space. What
can you trust? What can you trust? What could you trust? You can trust that you love her, huh?
Yeah.
Can you trust that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then trust that, then you'll see when you can trust that, then you can trust whatever conversation you need to have.
Okay. Thank you. I feel like when I have conversations with her, she's shutting me down all the time. And I don't know. And I do all the Abraham Hicks. I try and teach her about her inner being, her inner voice, her, you know, I really do try to help her to understand the laws of the universe. And to live by them.
What do you allow her to teach you?
She's my biggest teacher, I guess. There's something that I need to learn.
And if you went to her and opened it up with that, how might she respond?
That I don't listen.
So if
That
you
would
came
be
at
a-
her, if you came at her and said, what lesson would you like to teach me? What lesson do I need to know? Would she be able to say that then?
I don't know. Maybe I would ask her that.
It's a could. It's just a could.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much.
Hold the end result, what you want at the end of the conversation. Hold that, stay in that, and stay there as long as you can as you have that conversation, and that is where you two will end. It may
Okay.
not go this way that time, but it's a skill, it's a practice, creating space that you can hear her or him or whoever it is. Listen.
Okay.
Listen, don't take it personal, and love.
Yeah. I think I didn't have my mum around when I was 15, you know. So I always just want to be the best mum. I want to be that mum I never
Good.
had.
May not be her
You know
resistance
what I
then.
mean?
Maybe it's yours.
I really just want her to know how much I love her and how much I care about her. And I just want the best for her. And that's why I let her make most of her decisions for herself. But she hasn't been making good choices these last couple of months. And it's really affected her where she's going. And I'm like, hold on, stop. Where are you going with this? What are you trying to create? And this is the angle I've been coming through with her. She doesn't know what she wants to do. And I think she's at that age at school, they're trying to push her into doing, she needs to know this and she needs to know that. And I know she's been really overwhelmed by that. And I've been trying to reassure her that she doesn't need to know what she wants to do. I said, you just need to do what you love, and do what you're enjoying. So just pick the subjects that you love. And from that, you will find something that you will create a career out of. You know, her big brother's over from Ireland and she hasn't seen him for 5 years and he's just qualified as a biomedical engineer. And he said to her, he says, I didn't want to do this for the rest of my life. He says, it was just, I enjoyed that science and this is where it's led me. And he says, but he doesn't kind of see himself doing that for the rest of his life because he's got other goals and plans and stuff. So she's really had her eyes opened these last couple of weeks to the possibilities of what she can create. And I've given her that freedom. I think I've given her too much freedom. So,
Sorry, I dropped. So
sorry, Craig.
Is there any such thing as too much freedom?
I don't know, when you're 15 and you're growing up and in a world like this, you just want to protect them. You really just want to protect them. I found myself living in the homeless when I was 15, you know, so
Yeah.
I think when Chris Duncan talks about when he was sitting on the beach and his best friend had died and he'd lost everything and he was like, you know, this is it. This is it. I think I felt that. That resonated with me when I watched when I was on that session with him. And I really think that's what happened to me. And I was 14, you know, so I'm just doing the best I can. And I just was challenged today and I've had such a great day, you know, and I just was so grateful to come on here after having that conversation with Amy because it didn't go well. I didn't handle it well. No, thank you. I will come from that. What can she teach me? What can I learn from you that can help us move forward?
Those ages can definitely trigger things within us from the similar age. It's okay. It's coming up to be released.
I'm going to
Yeah.
step in and change the focus of the conversation
Yeah.
and
oh,
say,
thank
Allie,
you.
Allie, your heart already knows the best way to love her.
Okay. Thank you.
Your heart already knows that.
Because I created her. I made her. I love her so much.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And it's much deeper than your own experience when you were her age.
Yeah.
And there's some feelings in between your current reality and what you want for her, the love you have for her. There's some feelings of your own that are charged at this point.
Yeah.
You know, and most of that's around your own experience.
Yeah. And then I read that book, Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. And it all came flooding into me about where I am and where Amy is and where my other child is, you know, with the different birthing experiences that they both have. And how that builds the foundations of your unconscious mind. It's really quite a powerful book, guys. If any of you
Yeah.
haven't read it, it's such a
Yeah, it's
powerful
one of my
book.
favorite books.
It's long. It's one of the longest books I've read, and so that's how good it is because I kept reading it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But what I'm trying to say
Well,
too is that if you focus on your own heart,
yeah,
and you know, allowing yourself to process your own feelings that are kind of left over from that age,
yeah,
your own age, then that will mirror onto her.
yeah.
She'll observe that.
Can you just say that again?
Yeah, as you allow those leftover charged feelings to process in your heart, you know, as you allow yourself to do your own heart work,
Yeah.
that will mirror to her and she'll observe that.
Okay. Thank you.
So just keep the focus on you and your own heart.
Yeah.
And truth is, you are a great mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Settle in that truth.
Thank you.
Yeah. I can really hear compassion and empathy in your voice today. Your heart has this.
Thank you for giving me this space.
Big love, Ellie.
Thank you, guys. Can everyone tell me what words we've got for tonight then? Nikki, what's your word for today? Nikki, is Nikki still here?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Nikki, did you get to smash some plates?
Yeah, it was lovely. It was live music there, so it was yeah, but I didn't smash any plates. I just enjoyed.
Excellent. Beautiful food. beautiful music.
Yeah, it was. It was a beautiful evening too. Like the wind dropped. It was slightly like a little bit of a wind came up and then it dropped and then it was just still. And it was so beautiful. So yeah. So thanks for asking. Yeah, it was good. And the food was delicious. I mean, I'll show you this, you know, I'll show you the picture. Why not? Right? Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So let me see, because this was my meal. Well, this was so good, and I hope I can share it. Let's see. The food in this restaurant was just outstanding. It was outstanding. Let's see if I can show you. If anyone's interested, it doesn't. I mean, it's just food, but for me, it was delicious. So good. And Charles had a steak, but yeah, this is my meal that I had.
No, I can't see
Can you
it.
see?
No.
It's coming. Doesn't that just look lovely? It's New Orleans style. New Orleans style, yeah. So
yummy.
this is New Orleans style. It was so well done. It was so good.
Wow.
I had like this butter sauce with this lovely vegetables that came with it, on a bedding of spinach and green beans, but it was just outstanding. Yeah.
That looks amazing.
I thought of everybody. Yeah, no, it was good. It was delicious. Oh, well, look at your funny mojo. It's funny
Mouth
smile.
is watering.
It was really good. It's delicious. Yeah.
That's funny. It's funny how you say New Orleans. It's like,
Did I say it incorrectly?
oh no, it's just funny. No, you said it correctly.
Oh.
It's just funny because the locals, they tend to say New Orleans. It just kind of rolls together. Yeah, New Orleans. Where are you from? New Orleans. Like I'm probably saying it with a Canadian accent, but it's just funny, like to hear different accents from different parts of the world and how we say things. It's beautiful. I love it. Is that Cajun seasoning on there? That looks so yummy.
It was so good. It was like really good. And then Charles had like a steak, but it was like perfect, like he likes it, medium to rare done. Yeah, medium to rare done. Yeah, and he enjoyed it with some mash, and yeah, it's really good.
So Ali, the word that I was used today was progress.
Nice.
It was progress, and that's what we opened with today was progress.
I love it.
And my word for the day, Ali, was faithfulness.
Oh,
keep the
nice.
faith.
Love it.
Even
That's
when
my
you don't
favourite
see
word.
it. Yeah, keep the faith.
Love it. Okay. How good is this? Will, what was your word?
Mine was listen, and then it kind of spiraled into listen, breathe, trust, allow.
Nice.
And then I also wrote down experience, feel, acceptance. Just kind of like it starts with listen, but then all those other things just kind of flow out of it.
Nice. I love that. Love that. So, and Pascal, what was yours? And Jesse? Is it in the chat?
Yeah, I'm gonna post it. in a bit here. We got Jesse's. What was yours, Nikki?
Mine was faithfulness.
Oh,
but
that's right.
it's
You just said
faith.
that.
Yeah, faith. The faith in the process.
Was Will listening?
Yeah, and yours is listening.
Yeah. And Craig, what was yours again? Craig.
Liminal. This was liminal.
Not
Yeah, mine
luminal.
was liminal space. Liminal space.
Space.
It's
Wow.
a space of gestation.
And Pascal. So what was yours again, Ollie? Just gonna type it out.
Trust.
Trust. Okay. Here we go. Let's put that in chat there.
I don't. Does anybody remember what Pascal's was?
It was over an hour ago. I might have missed it. I'd have to watch the replay.
We all have one.
What was it?
We all have one.
We all have one.
And to me, it's the most important organ.
Oh, heart.
Yeah, follow my heart.
That's right.
Sorry, guys, I'm just working quite hard this morning. So,
Oh,
but
no
I'm
worries.
really listening and experiencing everything. I've seen some funny image. I picture you guys around like a fire, and Nikki was doing headstand, and Will was like bouncing on the mini trampoline. So yeah, it was really cool. And then I see you guys like with like baby with like adult clothes. So that was a really funny one. So yeah. So I pictured it.
That's so cool, Pascal.
That's perfect.
Yeah, in like a whole sitting around a campfire in Kananaskis country or somewhere in the Rockies, just taking in the view, enjoying each other's company. Eh? It's like a campfire chat without the campfire.
Yeah, to me is a good way of gathering, either around like a table or a fire. But I like the fire, especially like a chat like this. So that's how I picture you guys this morning.
Nice.
And I was reflecting on the reflection of Jesse, learning versus experience. And they go hand to hand for me. But I feel like when I have experience, it's because I'm putting emotion towards it. So I tend to remember more. So
Yeah.
so yeah, this morning, like the talk, like I love it. Like when I'm in my heart, like, you know, I can go with you, Ali. I can be like, you know, like feeling that emotion, and it's okay. And then like I went to Joy with the net, so I really see what needs to be seen, feel what needs to be feel, and know what needs to know, what needs to be known.
Yeah.
So just be here as it is, you know, and don't try to disturb it. Don't try to put your mind into it. Just like allow it. So
I feel that that didn't like the more I've been allowing it and and going with the flow and letting people or my friends making the choices. When you're doing that and then it doesn't work out though, and it seems to, and then you think, oh, maybe I shouldn't have let them make the choices yet. Maybe they weren't old enough or mature enough or at that point where they, maybe, because I feel like I was quite an old 15-year-old, whereas I feel my daughter's not. She's really quite young. So maybe I have let her make the choices, too big a choices, you know?
I'll tell you a story, Ali. I've got really bad motion sickness. And then I went to, I think it was Ucluelet or Tofino. I went to Tofino a while back to go see the whales. And I'm in this boat, and then I'm enjoying like the speed and all that, right? We're going like up the wave and stuff. But then, you know, when we're closer to the whales, we have to almost stop the boat. And that's when like the motion sickness came. And I felt so bad that like I could barely see the whales because like I was just like, oh, so much motion sickness. And because I was like holding it tight, you know, I'm like, oh, I don't want to barf. I don't want like, you know. So, but as soon as I let go, so because like the boat just going through waves, and then the waves are pretty big, right? It's the sea. And as soon as I just let go and just flow with the water, then I just start feeling better. But when I was like really like holding tight to not like puking everywhere, then like it start to like just like dissipate. So yeah, for me, just allowing, you know, and that's sometimes it's the toughest thing because like, you know, I'm sure like, you know, it's your child, you love her and all that, but we have to allow them to have their experience. You know, I feel when you were speaking, I feel like, you know, you're holding what you experienced when you were young, like so tightly that you don't want her to experience that. Right? Because you know how hard it was and whatnot.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're here with us, and then you learn the lesson stuff, right? So, you know, this is maybe the worst case scenario. So just think like it doesn't have to be that way, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just allow it, you know? And like the thing, like I cannot talk by experience because I don't have a child yet. But, you know, just by the learning and like hearing other people. Like it seems like when we're like we're holding so tight to what we want,
Yeah.
then it's so hard for us to get it. But when we just allow it, it just flows like water.
Yeah. Just gotta let it flow. Mhm.
Yeah, and then I think one of the good lesson I think I learned is like, as a parent, be more like a guide for your children and not like
Yeah.
a parent, you know.
I think that's my problem. I've tried to be more like her friend than her mum. And I've let her do things. I've let her go. I've let her have her boyfriend over, you know, and maybe I should have been a bit more stricter, but I feel like I trust her to make the right choices and make the right decisions and trust her in her guidance system. I've been following Abraham Hicks for more than a decade since she was being little. So, you know, I'm all for that.
You're such a good mom.
Honestly, I really am.
You were such
I'm
a good
so
mom.
for
Mhm.
it. But then she goes and breaks my trust a couple of times, and it's big things. It's not just little things, and I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, like seriously. Oh,
Mm.
you think you've got to laugh. You've really got to laugh because she's
Mm.
just. I think to myself, God, she's that naive that she thought she would get away with something. You know, like lying to her dad. Oh my God, funniest thing ever. She almost thought she'd get away with it. But I think because I live on the other side of the world as well. I think if I lived in Scotland and had all my family around and stuff, it would be different. But we've built our lives here now, and our friends have become our family, you know. And Australia's a big country, you know. And
Where is here, Ellie?
sorry,
Where do you, where do you live now?
I live in Australia, in Western
Oh, okay.
Australia.
Wow.
And
Yeah, she's in
the other
Perth.
side of
Yeah.
yeah, so letting her go
It's
out
almost
and
tomorrow
getting
there.
back, yeah, it is, it really is. What time is it? 11:15. I really should go soon. I've got to get up and open the collection room tomorrow morning for a couple hours. So but yeah, it's just the knowing and trusting, and I want to let her do the things that she wants to do. I really, really do. Until she can be honest with me and be upfront with me and her dad with what she's doing, we can't let her do certain things, you know. It's hard because I want her to trust her, and I will definitely think about everything that you have said to me tonight. Because I appreciate coming on here. It was just, I just needed to reflect on how I was feeling, and I was able to do that with you guys. So I appreciate it, and all the wise words.
Thanks for being here, Allie, and have a great evening and a great day tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Ellie.
Just
That was
focus on your
beautiful.
heart, Ellie.
Yeah. Yeah. Good night.
Okay, big
Good
love.
night. I'm going to sign off too, guys. So thank you. Love you all.
Bye, Will.
No, what a great day. Great session, great call,
Yes.
great time.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. I agree.
Anything before we scatter that anyone would like to share?
Love
Well, I
you.
just,
Come to a close.
yeah, I just want to express gratitude.
Yes.
The interplay that we had right like for the first hour was very, very powerful,
Yes.
because like all kinds of stuff it was created and it expanded and it got into a whole lot of spaces that I never anticipated. And I just really appreciate that everybody participated and shared and paid really good attention. It was like, yeah, everybody was really engaged. So I just really appreciate that.
Yeah, me too. I have nothing to add on that.
Yeah. Some really productive silences too in the middle of all that. So thank you all.
Yes, thank you. Love you.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Yes,
Hey, love and
yes.
hugs,
Yeah, you
everybody.
too, guys.
Love you all.
Alrighty, bye for now.